Wonderful. So we have basic Stayman.
You're recording.
Yes, someone asked me. Yes, I'm recording. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 1 autom 2 club is the Stayman, and those are the potential responses. 2 diamonds I don't have, 2 hearts I have hearts, and I might have spades, and 2 spades I have only spades. Yes. Okay. We can continue.
Yeah.
Oh. So now, how to continue after the Stayman? That's basically what we want to do today. Okay. Okay. Very good. So why do I see? One second. Why do I see? Yeah, let me see. I hope that okay, so how do we continue? It's based on our points, first of all, okay? And it's also based on our whether we found a fit or not. So let's look at a few examples. And then, as I said, we are going to do a test where I'll give you hands. I think that will be the most productive part. Okay, so I started with the Stayman, waiting for my partner. Let's say that my partner beats 2 hearts. So what are my options? Oh, let's start with 2 spades. It's a bit easier. We'll do the 2 hearts afterwards. 2 hearts is more difficult. Okay, so if partner beats 2 spades, this is a more descriptive bit because I know that my partner has the 4 cards in spades, but I also know that my partner does not have 4 cards in hearts. Okay? So meaning if I have 4 cards in hearts, I know, and not spades, I know that we don't have 8 in neither. In those cases, I would simply, well, usually, it depends, unless you have a very special hand, we'd usually go back to neutral. Because I was trying to find a fit, we didn't find a fit. Okay, so fine, we go back to neutral. Okay. So that depends on the points. Okay, so we can either make 2 neutral, which would be an invitation.
Or if you push.
Or we can make 3 neutrals, which is basically the game. Yeah. So what's the difference? Here I have points for the game, and here I'm borderline. Remember, I wouldn't use the Stayman if I didn't have at least an invitation. For less than invitation, I would not even have used the Stayman to begin with. I would have simply passed the 1 on top. Okay. So 2 autom invitation, usually with something like 11 points. If you decided with 10, up to you. 12. Well, let's say it's borderline. Some people decide already to risk to go to game. But the definition is usually 11 or 12. And if I have more than that, I simply go to 3 autom, finito la comedy. Okay, questions. If I had 4 cards in hearts, in spades, okay, then we found the fit. So I know that we have 8 spades. In this case, I definitely continue with spades. That was the reason I used the Stayman. Again, I have 2 options: 3 spades, or what's the difference? 3 spades is the invitation, and 4 spades is I have the game. Again, same definition. What we can add here, and more about that if you're staying today for the 12:45 lesson, okay, which will be hand evaluation. Once we found the fit, okay, the hand potentially becomes stronger. Yeah. If we have shortage, exactly, or length or shortage. So here there are situations where with 11 I will still go, or 12 I will still go to 4 spades, because if I have a singleton, it makes my hand stronger. I don't know if you, okay, we haven't still learned it, but
no, I don't know. Okay,
so Wednesdays 12:45, we are starting now a big subject of hand evaluation, and shortage will be one of them. Okay, so leave it at the moment, but we will definitely cover that very elaborately, let's say. Okay, wonderful. Yes, questions about this? This is quite straightforward. Okay, let's look about another position that is relatively easy, and then we'll do the two halves, which is the most complex. Okay, if my partner beats two diamonds,
So-
doesn't
Sorry, Yanif, I can't see clearly.
Oh, sorry, what can't you
Sorry,
see?
your writing is not that clear. The writing
I
is
think
not
it's not
that
clear.
clear.
Okay, give me 1 second, 1 second. Okay.
Sorry.
I need to check.
I know, I actually used it now. They haven't approved. Yeah. They have approved. They have approved it. They have approved it. No, the writer said he saw the proof. Yes.
Well, I didn't accept that.
Yeah.
Tell me something, you think the Palestinians will accept?
What happened? Yula?
They have the proof now, Biden got the proof.
Oh.
Yula, you okay?
We're all, no, they want to
Except they
blame,
won't
it's a
blame
blame game, they blame it
They'll
out.
blame.
I knew it was because it was in their interest to cover up.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, we agree with you,
We
definitely.
only need God and the.
Ruth,
Israel
Ruth,
trust.
one of them, two club, two diamond. Is it clearer now or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, wonderful. So I just took a new.
It's the lights, Yannick. It's the glare of the
The
light.
lights, I know. You know how many times I try to dim. I can dim all the lights of the club apart from those here. I don't know why, but
It's okay, we can see.
No, don't-
those one are not.
You don't need.
I'll have to check with. I'll check with Chaim and ask him or Ben. Maybe they know if it's possible. But I tried all the options and I dimmed all the lights apart from those.
Don't worry.
Anyway, so one of them, two clubs. You know, they can try and change maybe the angle of the
Yeah.
ball. Is it a bit better now, like that? Maybe that's what.
Hey, don't-
That's the problem.
Don't worry, don't worry.
This is better.
No.
Hold it for a second. No, it doesn't really matter.
They need to.
Don't worry.
I need to.
Kick your ass over here.
Yeah.
Well, that did, did you see?
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. So after a two diamond response, we don't have a fit. We know that, okay, because partner doesn't have either. In this case, again, most cases I will simply go back to no trump, and again, two no trump or three no trumps, and again, two no trump is an invitation, three no trumps I have enough for a game. Simple. Okay, the most problematic situation is when my partner beats too hard. Why is that the most problematic situation? Because
Just before you get
yeah, please.
to two diamond response,
Mhm.
you could have 9 minors between you,
Correct.
yeah? So
Correct.
isn't that where you should go rather than 3 no trump? So rather than 2 no trump?
Well, first of all, you know why? Partner might have 4 or 5 cards in the minor. Maybe I have 4 or even 5 in the minor, and it is a possibility.
You
The point-
can't
the
have
point
that.
is- Why not?
If you're getting 2 clubs.
Why not? I might have 5 clubs and 4
Because you've
hearts.
At least got 4, because wouldn't you, sorry, don't you need a balanced hand to bid 2 clubs?
No,
It's artificial.
It doesn't have to be balanced.
no. Two club is a Stayman.
You just need to have either 4 clubs, 4 hearts or 4 spades.
That's it. Not more, not less. I might have 5 clubs and 4 hearts,
So
or 5 diamonds and 4 spades, or I might have 5 diamonds, 4 hearts, and 4 spades, and void in clubs.
I'm saying.
I would still use-
Completely unbalanced.
Completely apart. There is no problem.
And that would depend.
That's why I'm saying that after using a Stayman, if you didn't find a fit, I said usually go back to no trump.
Mhm.
If your hand is extremely unbalanced, I agree, then you might try a minor.
Right.
Okay, so it is possible after Stayman to go to 3 clubs or 3 diamonds to suggest a minor contract. The point is, it's not something that we usually get too deep into because it's relatively rare. If my hand is even remotely balanced, or let's say 5-4-2-2 or something, I would usually go with no trump. Because remember, the problem is once you investigate a game, in a minor you need 5, 11. In a no trump, you need 3.
Yeah.
So it's very tempting to go with the no trump. And don't forget, even if a partner has 5 diamonds and I have 4, then let's say you can use those diamonds in a no trump contract.
Yeah.
Of course, in a diamond you might be able to use them more.
Yeah.
So if I have a void, maybe a different story, or if I have a 6 in a minor and a singleton. So
It needs to be quite extreme.
yes, so if the distribution is not extreme, you would usually leave it. But yes, it is. I don't think we'll go too deep into that. But yes, you have an option to be 3 in a minor, which would suggest you're saying, okay, we didn't have a major fit. Let's investigate the minors and give the option to go to 5 in a minor.
If you had 6
Can
cards.
can I ask a question,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, one second. There is a question.
No, you've got a fit because he's at least, your
Correct.
brother has got at least 2.
That's
So
correct.
that is a fit.
Yes, but again, even if I have 6 cards in a minor, what I said before still applies. You can still use it in a no drum, and you still need only 9 tricks rather than 11.
Yeah.
So 6 cards in a minor on its own is not a
Reason
a
to.
strong enough reason or incentive to go with that minor. If I have 6 cards in a minor and a void, let's say in another suit, then you're saying no drum is very dangerous because you're very likely to be attacked in that suit where you have a void, and you might be completely
Annihilate.
submished. Annihilated. Yeah, sorry, who had a question from the Zoom?
Me,
Debbie.
Danny, when you open one no trump,
Yes.
you're actually saying you have a balanced hand.
That's
But
correct.
if you had, for instance, 5, 3, 2,
2.
2,
Still balanced, yes.
it's still balanced. So you have no, yes, you have 5 spades, and your
Actually,
partner does a Stayman, which
Yeah.
is saying, please tell me if you have 4. So instead of answering 2 hearts, 2 spades, or whatever, would you then go to 2 spades? Because you have 5.
So you need only 3.
what do you mean? I don't understand. So
If I opened one no trump and
you're talking that about the opener having a 5-card major, not the responder, yes? The opener.
yes, the opener having a 5-card major, but they still bid one no trump.
Correct.
I do a Stayman as a responder.
The partner is doing the statement, not
Yes,
you. You can. The respond. Yes, but that's the responder has the 4, not the opener. The
So
responder has the 4. This is the hand of the opener. So
yeah,
one being up, yes, but the opener might have 5, not 4.
yes,
The
exactly.
responder has exactly 4. The opener might have 5. So when your partner bids 2 clubs, you will bid your 5-card suit. Your partner wouldn't know that it's 5. They would know it's 4.
No, she,
So is there another answer to a Stayman? You
No.
answer 2 hearts, 2 spades, or 2 diamonds if it's 4, but if you happen to have 5, you then bid that suit.
No.
You bid that suit anyway. Well, I don't understand the question. You bid 2 hearts or 2 spades anyway to show 4.
No, but you have 5.
But
Then you can't do it.
when it's 4. So when you bid, okay, let's put it this way. 1 of trump, 2 clubs, 2 hearts. It's definitely 4 cards in hearts. It might be 5.
Yes. So it's not okay, so it's not 4 cards.
It's
You're
4.
asking your partner if they have 4, but you could have 5.
No.
No, the opposite. The opener that was asked if they have
Yes.
4 might have 5 as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The
But they
responder
still
cannot
come
have-
back. They still come back with
with the
2
same- with the
spades
same-
or 2
Correct.
hearts, even if they have 5.
Yes. The answer is yes. They will be the same with either
So
4.
the response of
How does the responder know that they have 4 or 5?
A good question. So in some cases, well,
But it doesn't
to
count.
begin with, no.
It does count because you may not go to no trump.
Unless it's 4, it isn't.
No. There is, okay, so slowly. So let's start first of all. When I use the stem and my partner bids 2 hearts, I don't know if it's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. Emilia said that he doesn't care. That's she, okay, whatever. It's not accurate. I'll tell you why. Because you might have, okay. let's take two spades. It's a bit easier when it's two
Yeah.
spades. Okay. We know the partner doesn't have 4 cards in hearts. Okay. Let's assume that I have 4 cards in hearts. That's why I use Stayman. But I also have 3 cards in spades. It is a possibility.
Yeah.
Now, in that scenario,
You do can. Yeah,
Exactly.
it does make a difference,
exactly,
but you don't know
correct,
at this stage.
correct. So, okay, so first of all, you're right, interesting.
You don't care, I think you don't care, I mean, it's not going to change or affect your response.
No.
Yes, it is.
So,
Yes, it is. If the opener has 5 spades and you have 3, but you don't know he has 5.
correct. So what Amelia says that because you don't know, you're still going to bid the same, but you do care in the sense that potentially a spade contract would be better than a no trump contract.
Yes.
Because we do have 8 spades.
So how do you get that?
Okay, so how do I get there? So this is a bit complex. So first of all, if the responder uses the invitation to no trump, if the opener could repeat the spade again to show 5.
Ah,
So the bidding could go 1 no trump, 2 club, 2 spades, 2 no trump, 3 spades.
Spade.
But the opener could do it only if they have, apart from the 5 spades, a hand that is accepting the invitation. So they can do it with 12.
But
Then they have to pass.
the danger with that is that I might have only 2 spades.
Correct, or even 1.
spade.
Or even 1. That's why I'm saying that the opener will do it only if they have accepting the invitation anyway. So the 3 spade means I'm accepting your invitation to game, and I suggest spades because I have 5.
yes.
And
if you
Then the
don't
responder
decide-
can choose 3 no trumps or 4
Three
spades.
no trump.
So then I'm saying that the opener wouldn't do it if they have only the 12, exactly because what you're saying,
Yeah.
because then they might be stuck there. So you do it when you accept the invitation, and then the responder can choose the final contract,
Yeah.
3 no trumps or 4
Yeah,
spades.
yeah.
So that's one solution.
Fine, good.
But if this is not the case, so if the responder bids, let's say 3 no trumps, then there is nothing you can do because you can't risk 4 spades. Exactly. Now,
Only when you see it like this, when you.
there is, by the way, it's a very good question. I think Denise originally initiated it, and there is a convention that solves that problem. No, not today. Definitely not today.
Anyway.
Puppet Stayman.
What?
Puppet Stayman.
Oh my lord.
Go on, explain it.
Yeah, so there is a convention who solves this problem, but we are not going to implement it. But if you happen to continue to not you then you sometimes you can still overcome that. And if not, you play 3 no trumps with the 5 spade. It's not a catastrophe. Okay, let's just finish with the 2 hearts. Now, why this is the most problematic situation? Because here we don't know if partner has spades. We know that they have hearts, we don't know if they have spades. So if I have hearts, easy. I bid 3 hearts or 4 hearts, as always. If I have spades, there is no third option. I must have either hearts or spades. I cannot have none. I might have both. If I have both, I'll just go with the hearts and that's it. I don't care about the spades. So if I have spades, there are 2 options. And you can choose what works for you better, okay? By the book, the recommendation is to go back to 2 no trump and 3 no trumps as before. Keep consistent, whatever it is. But what's interesting here is this. If the bidding goes 1 no trump, 2 club, 2 hearts, 3 no trumps,
Wow.
the opener, this is the opener,
Yeah.
the opener knows for certainty that the responder must have 4 cards in spades.
With the 3 no trump.
Is that because they jumped?
No,
He did
not
jump.
because they just.
Got 1 no trump, 2 clubs.
The opener knows for certainty that the responder must have, this is the responder here, must have 4 cards in spades. Why is that?
Why? Because he would have done.
Is that because he didn't respond in hearts?
It's a combination of using Stayman and does not supporting the heart. So
Yeah.
let's start. If I use a Stayman, I must have either 4 hearts or 4 spades.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't use Stayman.
Yeah, yeah.
It's redundant.
On
Okay, the opener have said, I have hearts.
And I-
If the responder had hearts, they would have continued with heart. Otherwise, why did you use Stayman? If you don't want to use the trump, then you shouldn't have used Stayman.
we have spades.
So the fact that I used Stayman, but I didn't continue with hearts, suggests that I must have spades.
spades.
Right. Why don't you go straight to 3-note trump?
Because of the points.
If you didn't have enough points, you'd go to 2-note trump.
Yes. So also two-note trump would show 4,000 spades in the exact same way. There's no difference. It's not about the jump. That's what Denise said originally. It's not about jumping the 3-note trump who shows the 4 spades. What shows the 4 spades is the fact that
You haven't supported.
I have went to no trump instead of
Why
continuing
would
with
you
heart.
not, why would the responder not
With
reply?
2 spades. That's the second option. I started by saying there are 2 options.
Oh.
Okay. So the recommendation, or let's say the way that Stayman invented his convention is this. You don't have to use it this way. You can decide that you simply beat 2 spades after the 2 hearts. Okay. But if you choose to do it, there is another little element that no, it's not a twist, it's just something that the opener has to be careful about, or I'll soon explain. Okay, but let's start with this. That's by the book way. Okay, two-note trump or three-note trump, both of them says I have 4 cards in spades. Two-note trump means I'm not sure about the game, about 11, 12 points. Three-note trump means we are in game, 13 plus points. In both of those scenarios, the opener knows for certainty that the responder must have 4 cards in spades.
Yeah.
Okay. When the bid goes back to the opener, if they happen to have 4 spades on top of the 4 hearts, they will go back to spades.
Say it again, please.
If the opener does have 4 spades
Yeah.
on top of the 4 hearts, they will beat the spades
The-
because they know.
But then he's got to go to 4 spades.
So if
Yeah.
if we went to
Oh,
3,
yes.
Okay.
Clever.
okay.
Yeah.
So the opener will be deciding whether to stay not on or to go to spades because he knows at that point, or she knows that there is a spade fit 100%. There is no doubt here. Okay.
Yeah.
And she would choose a spade suit particularly if they have a void in one.
No, the opener cannot have a void. The opener cannot have a single top. A balance hand,
Right,
but.
yeah.
But they choose the spade anyway. First of all, the responder might have a hand that is not so balanced. That's A. And B, once you have 4-4, if you remember, I already said last week, 4-4 is always a very advantageous position to have a trump suit compared with no trump.
Yeah.
Because the problem with no trump, if I had 6 and 2 or 5 and 3,
Yeah,
And you're in the wrong,
I had that.
yeah.
in no trump, you can get all of those tricks potentially.
Mm.
With 4 and 4, the problem is that when you play no trump, you cannot get more than 4. You cannot play more than 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So the potential tricks in no trump is only 4
Yeah.
maximum. You might lose some on the way, but let's say you win all of them. Let's put it in cards. Let's do it very simple. Yes, it doesn't have to be all the high cards. I'm just putting all the high cards to make it very clear. Okay, but even I would miss the ace and the king. It wouldn't make any difference in terms of the concept.
4.
4 and 4 in no trump, you can't win more than 4. You played 4 rounds, it's finished on both sides. Okay, but if I'm taking one card and putting it here, I have 8, but 5 and 3. Now I can win 5.
Yeah.
And if I take one more, now I can win 6. So if I have 5 or 6 opposite 2 or 5, 3 in no trump, it's not a big difference in terms of the tricks. But if it's 4 and 4, imagine what happens in the trump one. I play 3 rounds, which will usually get rid of all the trumps. If it's 3 and 2, I'm keeping those 2. I'm not playing another round. And at some point, I use them for trumping. So I'll win 3 plus. Okay, so in a trump contract 4 and 4, you always get a benefit of one more trick compared to no trump.
But you need it because you're higher, and so. it's
Yes, but the
same.
point is, yes, and the second advantage of the trump contract, which is general for all trump contracts, is that you are more in control. If the opponents have a suit that they attack you and you're weak, short, etc., in no trump you'll be completely murdered. In a trump contract, you can always trump it. So the main reason we choose a trump suit to begin with is to be in control, in the sense that if we are being attacked, we can always protect ourselves. But with a 4-4, you have an extra benefit compared to a no-trump contract, which is that extra trick that would never exist in a no-trump contract in the 4-4 field.
Yeah.
What happens sometimes is that if we have a 5-3 field, we can make 3 no trumps, we can make 4 spades. Sometimes you can make 3 no trumps and you cannot make 4 in that suit. It does happen.
Could you just repeat it while I write it down, sorry.
The bottom line is simple. A 4-4 fit is the most beneficial fit for choosing a trump suit. We're talking about 8 cards. Of course, it's better to have. If you have more cards, then of course it's even better. But within the 8 card fits scenarios, 4-4, 5-3, 6-2, those are 7-1, but referring to the relevant ones.
Yeah.
The 4-4 is the most advantageous
For a trump. Yeah.
for choosing a trump. No, it's not that 3-5 is better for no trump. I would still choose the trump suit even if I have 5 and 3, but having 4-4 is the best. Okay.
And that's.
You
whether
finished,
you
Juliet?
go stable or not, just, that's a
Okay.
general rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's not connected to state. Not connected to state. Okay, thank you, Juliet.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. Yes, waiting for better news.
Amen.
You're gonna have a long. Long wait.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not going to be a long way. Unfortunately, but who knows? Miracle happens sometimes.
Yeah. Good attitude.
Okay, so that's one solution. The second solution is to bid 2 spades. That's definitely possible. That would basically mean I didn't have 4 cards in hearts, I had 4 cards in spades, and I know that potentially you had 4 cards in spades. Now, it is very intuitive to do, okay? And also, one of the reasons we are choosing the lower of 4s is exactly that, to allow that, yes? So then you're saying, why not? The answer is fine. I'm very pro this solution, okay? But keep in mind one little thing. When the bidding goes back to the opener, and the opener doesn't know the strength of the responder. What does it mean? If I bid 2 no trump or 3 no trumps, I'm giving you a definition. 2 no trump, this is an invitation. 3 no trumps, we are going to game.
Yes.
If you're choosing the 2 spade solution, you'll do it in either options, whether you have 11 or 15 or 13 or any number of points will be the same. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. What the opener must do, they must assume that this is an invitation and they must show whether they are minimum or maximum. So for instance, if I have 4 cards in spades, let's say, and I'm obviously going with the spades, I will bid 3 spades if I have 12 points, but 4 spades if I have 14.
Yeah.
Say that again,
Yeah.
please.
The opener must not only support the spades if they have 4 spades, but also make sure to show whether they are minimum or maximum in case the responder is invitational, because we don't know the strength of the responder.
So the responder has said,
I have 4 cards in spades and at least 11 points
yeah,
He can't give any more specific information.
about the points.
No, not.
If you choose that solution, you are not describing your hand.
right?
So the opener must be 3 spades if they have 12 or 4 spades if they have 14.
Yeah. You're
Or-
relying on the opener.
Yeah, so the opener will assume an invitation and will make sure that they give the information right away.
3 spades if it's 12,
12, and 4 spades if it's 14. And on the same principle, if the opener does not have 4 cards in spades, they will go back to no trump. And again, 2 no trump, only 12, 3 no trumps, 14.
Yeah. It makes so much sense.
It makes sense, but it
I
makes
remember
it
it.
makes the bidding a little bit more difficult for the opener. And that's why I said that by the book is to be 2 no trump or 3 no trumps, and the responder gives the description more accurately right away. And then
response for 2 no trump or 3 no trump is telling the opener exactly how many points I've got.
and that you have 4 cards in spades.
And I
And
have
yes,
four
and that's why it's a little bit. I'm not saying that I'm choosing a side. I'm giving you the 2 options, and I'm saying your choice, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Just keep in mind that if you bid the 2 spades, it creates some complexity. Let's say it's not difficult, but
And if
the opener needs to pay attention to their points in this
If
case.
I bid 2 spades, the opener only knows
If you're the responder.
yeah.
You are talking about this one,
Yeah.
the whole scenario. Yes.
And it's now with the opener to respond, and he's got 5 spades, but only 12 points.
He cannot have 5 spades. He bid 2 hearts.
Sorry, I'm going back to the thing where he doesn't bid hearts. And I've gone back to, sorry,
Wait. So 1 of round 2 club. What was the rebid here?
2 spades.
2 spades, and okay.
And I've now got, and I've only got 11 points.
Okay. So you'll be 2, and you don't have 4 spades, or you do?
I have 4, I have,
You have to.
no, I have 3 spades.
Okay.
No, hang on a second. He's bid 2 spades.
Yes.
And I've got 3.
3 spades.
3 spades.
Okay. So you had 4 hearts. So you'll be 2 not round.
Yeah.
And the opener
That
might
tells
bid
him I've got 4 spades.
4 hearts.
4
Four
hearts, but not- right, and he's got 5 hearts. Yeah.
If he has 5 spades, he could repeat to 3 spades.
Yeah,
But only if they have the maximum points, like 13, 14.
okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. God almighty.
Okay. Good. No, I tell you what, people, when I suggest the lesson, people say, no, we know Stayman.
It's really complicated.
Very few would know Stayman.
Nice.
Well, most would know how to use the Stayman, and the 2 diamond is a negative, and that's it. That's the base. But all the options after and everything else is
Okay.
most people wouldn't know how to do it accurately. I'm telling you. Okay, are we ready for the test?
But I find it really hard for him.
So the way that we do the test is very simple. Your partner opens 1 of time. I'm giving hands, and we are starting to bid. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Questions before we start? You can ask anything.
Price.
What are the prizes? 1 date and
Yeah, with who?
what is all?
A date and some grapes.
Okay. I can get some stickers for my daughter. She has a lot of it.
I'm not even gonna compete.
Okay. There might be some whiskey, I think.
Oh,
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. So first hand. Okay, we have king, 7, 4, and 3, king, 6, ace. Sorry, not ace. Queen, 8, 7, and 5. Thank you, Caroline. Bye. Thank you. And 7, 6. That's the first hand. Partner opens 1 of time. What do you mean?
Pass.
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 8.25.
Okay. Oh,
You're gonna sit.
Pass.
you get the stick. Okay, everybody agrees with pass or not?
Yeah.
Okay, one.
That was a trick. A
Trick,
smiley
right.
face.
Now.
Next hand.
12.
This is 12 points.
Stayman, two clubs.
Yeah. I just make sure to remember, if we don't have a chance for a game, we don't use Stayman. Okay, so 1 more time. This is a classic Stayman hand. We have a chance for a game. We are not. Well, so why do we use the Stayman? We are looking for a potential spade, not game. Yes, potential game, but that you can be 2 not up if you have a potential game. The Stayman is not looking for the game. The Stayman is looking for the fit.
Fit.
It's a different story. Okay, so 1 of round, 2 club partner. Do you have 4 cards in major? I have 4 cards in major. Maybe by chance we have the 4 cards in the exact same suit. Maybe yes, maybe no. I want to verify. If my partner beats 2 diamonds, what do I know?
I don't know.
They don't have 4 hearts, they don't have 4 spades. What will be my next bid in this scenario?
Do no trump.
2 no trump, 2 no trump. 2 no trump. Okay, well done. Correct, 2 no trump. Why? We don't have a fit. We go back to the no trump with 12 points. I'm still not sure whether we go to the game. And the goal of the 2 no trump is to verify whether we have the game, not the fit. We know that we don't have the fit. Partner will decide based on the strength. 12, no, it will pass. 14, yes, he will go to 3 no trump. That will be 2 no trump. Well done. If my partner would have been after the 2 clubs 2 spades, what will be my next bid?
Please.
We found the fit, but we are still not sure about the game.
Point.
So what will be the next bid?
3 spades.
2 no trump.
3 spades.
3 spades.
Thank you, ladies.
3 spades.
3 spades.
Okay, well done. Correct answer is 3 spades. Partner, we are playing in spades, but I'm not sure about the game. It's an invitational bid. Well done.
If he's got 4.
13 points.
And last option, which is the most complex, as we already know, if partner beats 2 hearts, we don't know if we know that they have 4 cards in hearts, but they might have 4 cards in spades.
5.
Well,
2 spades.
Or
Oh, 2 no trump.
okay, so here we have the 2 solutions. We can either be 2 spades in order to verify that, or we can be 2 no trump. The recommendation is to be 2 no trump. Okay? Yes. Because it's a more accurate bit.
Because it says I've got 12 points.
It says
I've got
11 or 12. It's an invitation bid,
It says I haven't got 4 hearts.
and I have 4 cards in spades.
Yes,
It basically gives all the information.
yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean, the opener can still go back to spades
Of course.
if he has it.
of course.
After your 2 no trump
Of course.
response. But it's his choice.
So if I be 2 no trump, the opener now has 4 options.
Yeah.
4 options. What are the 4 options? Let's start.
No
So-
trump.
It's basically, or you can look at it from a different angle. And by the way, we'll have something very similar in the transfer when we learn transfer. The 2 no trump is asking basically two questions. One, minimum, maximum.
Yeah.
Okay, are you 12 or are you 14 to go for the game? That's the invitation. Thank you, Nicole. And the second question is, do you have 4 cards in spades?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit weird way to ask about 4 cards in spades with no one have bid spades. Yes, but I'm still asking about it. But if you interpret the bid correct,
You are minimum of maximum.
you realize that this 2 no trump is asking, do you have 4 cards in spades? I'm asking 2 questions and I need 1 bid that will give 2 answers. Okay, and in about 2 or 3 weeks, when we'll do the same with the transfer, I'll remind you, there will be something very similar. Okay, so we have pass. This is no,
And
no. What does it mean? No, no. I don't have. Oh, sorry. Let's do it differently. Let's do it this. Okay, so first question is, are you Maximo?
Yeah.
Second question, do you have 4 cards in spades? Answer, no, I'm not Maximo. I pass. And no, I don't have 4 cards in spades. Second option, 3 spades, which is what?
I've got
no and yes.
Wonderful.
4 spades.
No and yes. No, I'm not maximum. That's why I'm bidding 3 spades rather than 4. But yes, I do have the spade. But 3 spades means yes, I have 4 cards in spades. But no, I'm not maximum, and that's why I'm not going to gain. I'm bidding only 3, not 4 spades.
Right.
In the decision up to the responder, if the responder is maximum 14.
No. The responder doesn't have 14. The responder has 11 or 12.
Yeah, we know because.
Yeah, I know that.
The responder invited. So the 3 spades, I'm not accepting the invitation. I don't know. In theory, sometimes the responder will still go for game, but we'll leave it for today.
So
Usually this will be
That's
fine. Usually, but it's not accurate because the fact that there is a fit might affect the decisions of the responder if they have a shortage, which obviously in no time you cannot count. But that's yes, Yula.
But the opener bidding one, trump means that they have at least 12.
12 to 14.
So if you've got 12, you're more or less in game.
Well, that's up to you. If you are going for game with 24, you are an optimistic. I
but
like
actually in
it.
that
Usually we are expecting 25. Go with 11. If the responder has 11, they will definitely invite.
But with that specific hand, you'll have 25 points if you give your double to the point. Although, would you give the double to the point with a king?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. After the 3 spades, the responder can theoretically still reassess the hand of 4 spades sometimes.
Yeah.
Up to you. So in this specific hand, you have 12, which is not 11, as Yula said. Maybe because you have 12, you are already in better. And once you found the fit, maybe. Up to you. It's borderline. Some people will, some people won't.
Yeah.
Okay. Next option from the opener, 3 more trumps, which is yes, no. Yes.
Got enough to go to.
I have maximum I'm going to game, but sorry, no, I cannot support your spade. That's why I'm going with no trump rather than spades.
Yeah.
Last option is
4 spades.
4 spades, which
Yes,
is
and yes.
obviously the familiar, the yes and yes.
Are you doing the notes?
You have the notes already, what is
Okay, sorry.
it? Ah,
Do I have the notes?
I've sent it on the email. If you haven't received it, I'll send it again, no problem. Wait, I do have notes about how to continue after the step.
Yeah. Continue after.
Yeah, but that I didn't send recently.
No,
You're right, you're right. No, you're right. Am I excited?
Last year.
Last year, yes. No, I'll send it again. Sorry. You're right. I forgot to send that file this weekend. Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, my mistake.
No problem.
I'll definitely
We're all
send. Sorry.
functioning now.
Sorry.
Very well.
I'll send it. Yes. Sorry. Yes, I have all that. You have all that on the notes. Okay, very nice. That's it for today. And now you see what is Stayman as a whole. Not only the 2 diamond, 2 hearts, how to respond, but the whole how to continue. And it's not as straightforward as many people would
Yeah.
assume.
How did we play then before? We just played.
By the way, you have 4 hands. Nicole just made the 4 hands. I don't know if she made it now or it's from last week. It doesn't matter. But those 4 hands for practicing Stayman, if you want, you have to. So off we go. Okay, Zoom. How are you?
Yeah, good. Very good lesson. Excellent lesson.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
See you soon, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah,
Wonderful. See you soon, Denise. And Ruth, thank you for joining. You're not
thank you.
today, I assume.
No, not today. No, so,
Whenever you can, you're
okay. Yeah, no, I'll come hopefully next week. Thank you.
very welcome.
Take care.
Very welcome. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
You too.
Bye.
You.
Bye.
Bye.